goes the AC. There it goes. I'm left alone on a hot summer day with a tiny fan blowing a gentle but really insufficient breeze on top of me. It's too gentle of a breeze. It's much too gentle. Why am I hiding behind a screen and not showing my face? Because I'm occupied with resizing a window just for a moment. It's much harder to do it after the Unity part. Anyways. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Oh. Wow. Serious slowdown. See, my frame rate has gone down to shit on both my game, which is playing right now, and the video camera. Now it recovered. Now it's alright, probably. Hey, I'm Eric. I'm making a game. It's called The God Killer. I have the first level kinda done. Okay? It's got everything in it except for the interactions with characters that are story driven. So they have some dialogue that they're supposed to say. There's two main characters. Actually, there's three characters in the first level. And what I'm going to do to kick off this demo is I'm just going to go through the whole first level, and I'm going to play act the voices of the three characters, and I don't promise to do a good job at it. But I will do it to give you and myself a little idea of what the actual dialogue will be. And that will lead into the task of this session, which is a live coding session, which has to do with facial animation, and I'm getting into that next. So let's switch over to do the demo of the first level of this game called The God Killer, which is kinda complete. Okay. So this main character here with the red hair, that's M. I'm gonna do her voice kind of like, not real super high, but a little high like this. And it's not gonna sound good because I'm a big deep voiced guy. But this is M. Okay? And there's another character named God, and he'll go, hello! He'll have a low, silly, grandiose voice. And there'll be a third character that'll have a whiny voice. We'll get to him. Okay. And every once in a while I'll do narration. Narrating. M is born. She comes out of this egg thing. What is this? I don't understand. Hello! That's the hands. The voice is coming from the hands. There'll be animated gestures of the hands that go along with it. Okay. God goes, hello! M. Stay away! It's okay. It is okay. It is okay. Okay, it's okay. It is okay. Okay, eventually she just calms down. That scene is going to need a lot of work. Because basically I want her to scream a bunch. Sounds terrible when I do it, but I'll get a proper actor, and then God will just ridiculously go, it is okay, it is okay. What is this place? Did I die? Yes, you have died. I am glad you are here, M. I am God. You are M. You are extra special. I have great plans for you, Em. But whatever you do, don't go in the room to the east. What's in the room to the east? Or actually I should say, which way is east? How would she know which way is east? I have to work on that. Okay. Just don't go there. And if you do go there, to the room to the east, don't eat the apple of infinite speed. I'm kind of thinking of calling it the apple of infinite travel. Do not eat the apple of infinite travel. That must be the apple. Do not eat the apple. Why am I listening to this guy anyways? I gotta work on this. Like, why would this person who doesn't know anything about this world decide to go do this thing that's kind of dangerous? I know why a player would do it, because it's just the way forward. But I have to get her to rationalize why she would do this thing, which looks dangerous. Maybe the apple also looks like really compelling to her. Oh, the apple's magnificent. And then something will show up on the screen that explains the controls. That you can hold down the shift key and that will make you fly. Wow! Whoa! Wow! She's scared and thrilled by her ability. You ate the apple. I told you not to eat the apple. I'm sorry, I just moved towards it and I know I saw it all. I am God. I am God. Okay, I can put it back. You cannot put it back. Now you will have to leave this wonderful place I have created for you. I'm sorry. That one there is Billy. Hello. That's my Billy voice for now. Hello. Go to Billy, M. I don't want to get involved in this. M. Push Billy. No, I don't want to be pushed. I don't like being pushed. M. Push Billy. Push him. Push Billy. I don't like it. It's okay, Billy. It's okay. It is okay. I don't want to be pushed. Push him. M. Push Billy. Ah! Now you have pushed Billy. Chase Billy. Push him against a wall. No, then I would die. I don't like to die. It's painful. Billy, it's okay. It is okay, Billy. It's okay. It's not okay. I'm sorry. It's just I don't want to die. Push him against the wall. No, it's okay, Billy. It's okay. It's not okay, God. Billy, it is okay. I'm sorry, God. I just don't want to die. Push him against the wall. Push him. Push him. Squash him. Ah! Very good. You have done my will. Please progress. You must leave this place. Then, and probably an error. I don't think I set it up to load the next level very well. Oh, in fact I did. It's just loading a really primitive level from way, way, way back. Okay, so that is the first level. With really crappy, semi-improvised dialogue. But I wanted to kind of rehearse through it, to kind of think about like the timing of different events and how much time there is to say things. So if I put too much in, too much exposition, it's boring. You don't want to know a lot right when you start the game. You just don't. You want to get to playing. You want to see what the game's like. I get that. I want to have no cutscenes at the beginning, like 0 cutscenes. I think this is the starting story I want. I'm pretty solidly for the events that I just enacted. Okay. So I have already created an animation system for God to make all of his hand gestures. He communicates with hand gestures. He doesn't have a mouth, at least not one that's visible. That's in the done pile. I mean, I'll have to record the lines and I'll have to author the animations that go along with it. But the code is done. The code for making his hands move, it works quite well. And there's some past streams that demo this animation if you're interested. So the next thing is this problem of, let me see if I can go over to where M is at. This problem of showing these very small characters talking when the camera is not pointing at their face and they're really tiny. And I came up with a solution for it. I designed it out on my iPad through a series of little sketches in coffee shops in the morning. I'm still waking up. And the solution I have is to put a 2D face over the top of them, just a little bit north of the character that's speaking. A real small face, a real tiny face, like maybe just about the size of one of these squares, maybe a little bit larger. I think maybe like 2 by 2, about that size. And it would move its lips, not in a very sophisticated way. It would move its lips, what I think of as this is like really dating me, the Teddy Ruxpin style. So there was this old Christmas present targeted toy for kids back in the 80s called Teddy Ruxpin, and you put a cassette tape in its back and you hit the play button and its mouth would open based on the amplitude or the loudness of the currently playing audio, and it was kind of good enough. Now I have done full lip animation. I'll show you an example of it. In fact, I made like a piece of software that allows authoring it, that it's not like something the world wants, but it's something that I like a lot, that works really well for how I think. So it's kind of a rough tool that I use to make these. I will show one of my videos that I made that has lip animation. Let's go videos. It'll be what, way at the bottom? Okay. Let's see, which one do I want? Yeah, this one's fine.
Hey, to my people out there, just want to say I am humbled to be the boss of bosses, and I couldn't do it without you. Well, okay, I could do it without you, but that would suck for you, right? So anyhow, stay hard in the yard, gangsters. Keep watching, get all the eps, do them in order. That's important because they build off each other. No skipping around, okay? If you forget a micro-strategy from an earlier episode, well, first off, pay better attention. I'm feeding you the truth sausage here. So in summary, watch all the episodes. Watch them in the right order. And don't forget anything, or you're wasting both of our times.
So that's an example. It uses something called the Blair mouth chart. Preston Blair mouth shapes. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so there's like a million examples of this. Let's see, this one is from a book I own that I'm quite a fan of. So there's essentially a small set of visemes, is what they're called, which are facial expressions that correspond to a certain sound. Or you could say mouth expressions, but I'd be a little more inclusive because your whole face can move along with that expression of the sound. So I made a tool a while back that allows authoring these really fast. And I do intend to bring it into the mix, but to start with, I would like a more automated approach that can kind of give me the gist of it, and it may be I find it's good enough that I don't have to add in the full viseme support with all the different mouth movements, which kind of increases the amount of time I have to spend making assets for all those things. So I'll show you all the assets that are needed for that. But I think I'm going to start with an amplitude-based approach, or loudness-based approach. Actually, amplitude is not quite correct, because an amplitude goes up and down inside of a wave. So it is actually better for me to say loudness. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So I created for these characters that appear inside of those video animations, I created a set of assets like this. And I came up with, oh, this isn't the best one. This is not the most inclusive one, because she has a limited set of emotions that she expresses. Let me get one that has the full set of emotions. Jamie, the guy who we were just looking at. Okay. So there's these different emotions that I judged were like the most valuable ones that could cover like a large amount of situations. It's happy, irritated, afraid, sad, neutral, and there's a few more. Stuff like that. And there's mouths that correspond to those emotions too, and then there's talking mouths. And then there are there's the eye base, which or the whites of the eyes, you could call it, and there's the irises that move on top of it, and then there's lids that go underneath. Okay. So, just to start with, let me even back up from the loudness thing. Just to start with, I just want to show, I'm going to try to get this in this session, some images above the player's head or the character's heads when they're talking. That's it. That's all I'm going to try to do this session. Some kind of image that gets shown there. And later on I can get into all the stuff about building up the face and all the parts of it with using parts that are something like this and animating it as the character is speaking and there's audio that is playing. I can do that. But just to start, for this session, I'm just going to get some kind of facial image popping up over their heads. And I think that's going to be pretty tricky in and of itself. But maybe it's a nice place to start. Alright, so let me find like some existing image where it's all put together, and I'll just kind of crop it out. Another way I can do this, I can bring it up inside a spine. Okay, cancel that. Opening up spine, which is a animation tool that takes 2D rigs God damn it. I don't want to deal with this right now. It's just like a tiny little task that I've got. So small. Let me just look around a little bit more so I can just find a real easy asset to use. Okay, so see Space Labs. Always the boss. Okay. It's kind of like I archived those, I think. Let me see, what else we got? Sci-fi. Okay, that's not a bad thing to use. Let me check. Just thinking if I got anything better. Huh. Yeah, so I archived a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't active anymore. And I don't have my pick of everything that I would like to have. That's fine. Okay. VP car mode. Head. Face. Head. Okay. So let's use this silly thing. Did I just... What am I looking at? Did I just select that for the chat window? Never mind. Okay. I opened the wrong place. Okay, open. Try this again. Head, face, PSD. Okay, cool. Take that. Please open. That's weird. Is this some kind of weird performance thing with me streaming? Because like I opened the file, now it's showing nothing. That makes no sense. That's really strange. I don't like that. Don't save it. Can you open it for real? Instead of pretending to open it? That would be cool. Wow. That is a spectacular failure. Okay. This is not the interesting part. Can I open a PNG? Can I open anything with you? Apparently not. Quit Photoshop. It must be hosed in some way. Alright, this is stupid. I just need just about anything. This is not even the real task. Okay. Face PSD. There you go. Open. There you go. Now we got it. And I can save this as PNG. Put it inside of okay. So thinking about how I want to structure the game objects in the scene to show this thing. I'll create this is a time for design. So let me get into my editor. Just open up anything. Okay. Thinking about this a little bit. Things I want. Mono behavior attached to piece prefab. What do I want to call it? Face. Face player. I think that's the gist of it right there. And we should have an on GUI. On GUI will draw a texture to the GUI. Find screen chords corresponding to a point north of piece. Let's see. We'll start with. Okay, I'm pretty settled on this. I can start putting it in here. Let's call it face player. Public material. Should be a material or a texture. I think it's a texture. Face texture. I'll call it test texture. Because right now I'm not building all the parts together. I'm just showing something. Okay. So to start with, draw it. Let's see. GUI, draw texture. Just let's see. Right. Okay, now I gotta figure out the rect. So let's see. Let's do a little bit of settings here so we can have tweakability. What? Let's give it some defaults. 64. I suppose I don't really want it to be like tied to pixel resolution, but I'll start with that for now. Okay, so rect equals new rect. Let's put it in the top left corner for now. Okay. So that's a good start to just see what I can do. So then. Okay. Huh. Kind of wondering why I have an audio source on the player. So I had them someplace else. I'm going to try removing this. Just a little bit of house cleaning. Okay. Then let us add face. Player. Oh, you must not have built yet. Okay. Some issue with building. Let's stop the debugger. Right. You are built. Now, are you going to be there? I don't get it. Don't get it. Oh, there has to be another build over here. I always forget that. Come on. Do your real build. Do your build, Unity. So long to wait for it to even start. Yeah, I don't get it. I put it in the namespace. Oh, I didn't do mono behavior. God damn it. All my stupid thoughts are recorded for everyone to listen to, which they won't. Okay. Come on. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Scripts. God killer. Nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh. This must match. Just a very basic set of things I keep forgetting. My brain might be a little fried. Can I add it now, please? Thank you. Okay, there. Now get the texture in there, which is going to come here. Okay. So I think it will show. No? Huh. Okay. Time for the debugger, I guess. Maybe this won't run in the editor. Yeah, it's a good chance that's true. Jeez, it won't let me set a breakpoint. That's weird. Alright. Just make sure it's not an editor. What happened? So much weird stuff happening. I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. It's like I'm confused by a whole bunch of dumb little things, and it must sound horrible to listen to. So I think it's hitting. Okay. So I got the little face there up in the corner. That shit works. Now I don't want it to be up in the corner. I want it to be positioned north of the character that's going to be speaking. So that's the next thing. Okay. Let's see, map 3D map vector 3 to screen position. Yeah, is this what I want? No, I want world to screen point. I looked this up before. Okay, vector 3 position. Is that mono or stereoscopic? I don't care about it. Alright. So I feel like these things are going to be, I'm going to want them to be tweakable. I'll say X offset, Y offset, Z offset. Start them all at 0. Okay, so let's see, vector 3, offset position equals transform, what? God damn it. Why would I not have a transform? Come on. I think it's because I'm got some bad code there. No. God, it's irritating. It's like the IDE is not working for me. Did I make a mistake here? I don't know. I'm just going to go on faith. Even though the IDE is not supporting me, I'm going to say that it's just that plus new vector 3 x offset z offset. Okay. I just barely reopened this thing too, so it should be fresh. I kind of don't understand this returning a vector 3. Seems like it should return a vector 2. So I'm going to read what that's about. The Z position is in world units from the camera. So I could ignore that. Probably. Bottom left of the screen is 0, 0. Ah, it's flipped. Okay. Okay. And then I want to say, let's do screen position X and screen. This is where autocomplete would be really helpful. Minus screen position Y. Okay. I think that has a 22% chance of being correct. Let me build it, see if it even compiles. Since I have no cues from the IDE about what's valid code. Okay. Camera. Oh, I gotta use the friggin' camera. That kind of makes sense. Okay, fine. So, how can I just get the camera that is the one that's being used? You know? I don't want to have to specially track it. Unity get current camera. This is probably it, right? Camera current. Okay. So we say camera current, and then it's complaining about something here. Yeah, this is where I would have liked for you to help me out a little. Will that work for you? Stupid IDE. Okay. Oh, I didn't wait for it to build. God damn it. Maybe it's building now before it starts. That'd be cool. Oh, man. That's not bad. Just gonna walk around this a little bit just to test it out. Okay, so I've got the right approach. I could do a little more tweaking here. So let me turn off the maximize on play so I can easily tweak the settings while the game is playing. Set this to be larger. Is that, yeah, that works. Okay. Let me set the Z offset. Whoa. Oh, that's right. It's going to be in meters. So let's do 1. 5, 2, 4, 3, and negative 0.5, 7. Okay, so that's about the size that I wanted the face to be, and still isn't obscuring too much. Now, it would be kind of terrible for the face to be there while you're trying to do something important. That's something I'll need to think about. Interesting. Okay, so that's something I think I like, which is when something gets in front of you in the camera, the head is still there. is working pretty well. So I picture these faces not being present all the time, but just really only when a character is speaking, no other time. I suppose there might be a reaction, non-verbal reaction to some other thing that happens, and this face might appear then. But other than that, the character would say something and they would just disappear immediately after. Maybe with like a slight fade out effect. Let me see what this looks like when I get into one of the weird camera spots. Okay, so when the camera gets closer, the position isn't where I want it to be, isn't the same. I don't know if that's terrible though. It does kind of serve to abstract the head from the character you're controlling. If you see that the position of the head isn't always in lockstep with the thing underneath it, then it allows it to be more clearly seen as something that's not part of the world. Like this is an extra view of the world that we're getting. It's like seeing an icon or something that's not the world itself. So I don't know if I mind the head shifting its position relative to the player. That's actually probably a good thing. Just want to be able to know that the head is associated with the player, and I think that's accomplished too. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it looks stupid because I got like this weird guy here who has nothing to do with the game in place. But if I put like proper art in there, I think it's all good. I wouldn't mind taking a break from coding and just go into an art mode for a little bit. Just draw up some faces. At least some quick. I want something in between like this totally wrong placeholder and like a rough draft of what the character should look like, because I still can't get a good feel of how the face is going to add drama to the game. There are some stylistic questions. Do I want the face to be kind of a precise pen and ink style, or do I want it to be like a little bit sloppy? I think the size is pretty good. Okay. My brain is a little bit fried, and I was lucky enough to get to a fast victory point in the stream. So after just an hour and 1 minute, I'm going to stop the stream, having made progress. Significant, if not amazing progress. It was proper, substantial progress. So therefore, I'm fully justified in stopping the stream. Right now, Mr. Meeseeks can go die on the couch. Stopping the stream.